Hello everyone. As you know, I'm not doing the weekly reviews, but today's video is actually one that I actually had planned for a while because you know, give me a sec. Uh, Sorry, because it pertains to the contest that I'm having. In part, this is a contest reminder video. I haven't gotten a lot of entries thus far, and you have a little over a week to get your entries in. So please send your entries. I will link down to the other video where I have the rules um, for the contest, what you have to do. In that last video, I actually showed most of the prizes, uh, a bunch of comics, uh, this nice little bunch here of books that I'll be sending to you. I'll run to them again. But like I said, I was going to also, besides the books, I was going to be giving away a trade. And finally today, May 1st. So you got like 11 days, 10 days left for your entries. I finally got the final book, which, as I mentioned in my last video in pertaining to the contest, it was going to be it's a Superman trade called Unconventional Warfare, which is this book. This book is the start of Greg Rucka's run on Adventures of Superman, but way back in 10 years ago, from 10 years ago, 2004. Um, and This, of course, was my first choice for for a trade. In fact, I've been looking for the perfect book to pick since February, and my shop was running low on their trade stock. They've been adding a few books since then. Um, and I wasn't just going to go DC because, as most of you know, right now I'm a big DC reader. But I went through some Marvel as well, some Marvel stories that I liked, especially Spider-Man. But they only had the more current stuff, none of that, and even the most obvious choices, both from Spider-Man, X-Men, a lot of the more current stuff. And from Spider-Man, I was thinking, there were like two minis that I really liked. It didn't have them. Uh, this year I went through of looked for some of books from runs that I've read, like Justice Society of America by J.F. Johns. This is the not the JSA, but this is like the series that came after Infinite Crisis. It wasn't there. I thought the Power Girl ongoing that was done by Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor. It wasn't there. So I went to Superman. They had a few Superman trades. Mostly they were stories I liked, but they were part of the whole new Krypton saga, which is huge, and it's a huge crossover. You could say it's a huge storyline that crossed over every Superman family book, which was Adventures of Superman, Action Comics, Supergirl. Then they released a 12-issue series called World of New Krypton. Some of the revived issues of the revived Adventures comic also had tie-ins, plus there were few specials, and I'm actually rereading that right now. But bring picking any of those books would be kind of confusing to people that haven't read Superman. So I was looking for something very accessible, thought at the beginning of a few runs, Kurt Busiek's run on Superman, but again, sort of Kurt Busiek's run sort of began in Action Comics while they were making time between for Jeff Johnson. I believe it was Andy Kubert. One of the Kubert brothers was doing Action Comics at the time. They were giving him some lead time. There was another good starting point, which was a crossover between Action and Superman called Up, Up and Away, which picked up after Infinite Crisis and 52. It wasn't there. So I thought of this run. Um, this is Greg Rucka's first go around in the Superman universe. He did Action during New Krypton, but again, like I said, good stories there, but it didn't have Superman in it. It had a couple of characters called Nightwing and Flamebird, which the history of Nightwing and Flamebird are really tied to Batman until the 80s. Before that, it was more of a Superman thing, but that's another story. So yeah, so I chose this one, the beginning of what I consider a fun run, uh, by Ruka. Um, and in fact, I was just looking at it, and it even sort of gives you a little piece where you can catch up on what had been going on before. Personally, I don't think continuity plays too heavily on this book. I mean, most of the stuff that sort of, you could say, led to this run, I didn't read, and it was fun when I picked up those individual issues. Uh, so anyway, so here it is, Unconventional Warfare, the big one, uh, for my contest. Then we have Luke Cage Power Man number 18 and 29, Doctor Strange number 14, Namor number 66, plus the first issues of the Scarlet Spider series, and issues 1 through 4 of the 6-issue mini Fury Max series by Garth Ennis. So that's all you'll be getting when I do the drawing. But remember, you have to first send me your questions. Ask me anything you want, but it's a quid pro quo thing, so you have to give me your answer to that very question. So whatever you want to ask me, what's my favorite movie, or what's my favorite group, or what type of music I like, whatever you ask me, I will answer every question, no matter what the question is. One question, your answer, that's it. And I will do one video doing the answering every question, and I'll do a follow-up video where I will do the drawing, so you guys can get this really cool stack of books. So I will end this now. Remember, you got until May 11th you have until May 11th to send in your entries. You can do it two ways. You can leave a comment, leave it in the comments. You can leave it in this video or in the other video that I did, or you can do a video response as well. So until next time, keep smiling.